Calm your shit. Take it down several notches. Don't let her cuteness fool you. She's a destroyer of worlds. Hey, this is Megan in the restricted section. Today I'm going to be doing the 25 bookish things about me tag. So I came up with 25 bookish facts and I'm going to share them with you guys. So here we go. The first one is that I prefer like real books to ebooks, but I do read a lot of books on my Kindle simply because I'm impatient. So if there's a book I want to read and I feel like I need it like right this second, I'll just buy it on my Kindle so I can read it right now. I don't like to wait. I also get really anxious in crowds, and so if I don't want to go to the bookstore, I will just, and I want it right this second, I'll buy it on my Kindle. Number 2, I fucking hate dust jackets. I take them off, I leave them off, sometimes I throw them away. I'm not sorry about it. I don't like them. I think they're annoying. Fact number 3, I love used books, and I would rather have used books than new books. I like used bookstores. I like the Friends of the Library sale that I went to with Sue. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, I would rather own used books. I think they smell good, they have more character, and I think it's cool to know that someone else read them before I did. Fact number 4, I will use literally anything as a bookmark. I have used paper clips. I have used Kleenex. Not used ones, clean ones, but Kleenex. Scraps of paper, photographs, whatever. I'll use anything as a bookmark. Fact number 5, I have no discernible organizational system for my books. They're everywhere. I leave them lying about. I tuck them away in weird places. There's no organizational system to them whatsoever. So this is my bookshelf. As you can see, it's full and embarrassingly messy. I also stash books under here in the coffee table. I know where they are, and that's what's important. Alright, so fact number 6, I have gotten so angry while reading a book that I have thrown it. Not proud of that, but it happened. Fact number 7, I sometimes have a hard time reading more than one book at a time. I don't really like to do that. I will do it, but it's not my favorite thing. If I'm going to do that, I prefer that they be like 2 very, very different types of books. Most recently, I've done that with A Little Life and Jurassic Park. There's really no overlap there, so I was able to do that and not get anything muddled up. So, but yeah, it's not my favorite thing to do. Fact number 8, I had a huge reading slump while I was in college, and for a couple years after even. I went right from high school to undergrad and then directly from undergrad to graduate school. So I did a hell of a lot of schooling right in a row, and I just got really burnt out. And it took a couple years after I graduated with my master's before I really got back into reading regularly. I would read a book here and there sporadically, but before I really got back into reading, it took a while. Fact number 9, the place that I most often read is my couch, and I typically read under a couple of my dogs, because anytime I sit on the couch, they take that as snuggle time. Fact number 10, if, for like book and movie adaptations, if I read the book before I watch the movie, I will hate the movie. If I watch the movie before I read the book, I can appreciate them both for some reason. So anytime there's, a book to movie adaptation I think I might be interested in, I try to do it that way. Fact number 11, and I have mentioned this before on the restricted section, I hate romance novels. I think they're silly. I don't like them. I don't read them. Fact number 12, I've also mentioned this before. I'm terrified of zombies. They freak me the fuck out, but I do really enjoy reading zombie novels. Fact number 13, It drives me absolutely batshit crazy to not finish a book. I don't like to do that. I have, and most recently I've done it with Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky, and it still is like lurking in the back of my mind, like, hey, you need to finish that book because you started it. I have to have closure. So I will eventually go back and finish that book, and it's going to nag at me until I do. Fact number 14, I do a lot of my reading on Sundays. Sundays are my day to like relax and recharge before I have to go back to work on Monday. So I spend a large chunk of Sunday in my jammies reading. Number 15, when I was younger, before I could ever read, I had tricked many of my family members into thinking that I could, because I memorized the book The Three Little Kittens, which was my favorite when I was little. And I remembered like what pictures went with what words, and so I knew when to flip the page and everything. So I would trick people into thinking I could read before I could read. Fact number 16, I don't really like to read plays. It just doesn't, to me, it just doesn't translate well. Just a personal preference. Fact number 17, I would like to read more graphic novels. I think that in a lot of them they have really cool artwork. I do really like the Sandman comics. So, I mean, and I read Bitch Planet for Sue and I's Genreathon thing, and I really liked that. So, I would like to check out a few more graphic novels. Fact 18, recommending books to people makes me nervous. I don't like to give book recommendations, because what if they don't like it? And I don't like to do that. I just tell you what I like, and if it sounds like something that you like, then go ahead and check it out. I don't like saying like, oh, you'll absolutely love this book, or oh, you know, this book is for you, you should definitely read it. I just tell you about what I'm reading and what I like, and then if it sounds cool, then you can just check it out. Fact number 19, my dogs occasionally fuck up my books. Most often it's because they spill something on them, because they get rambunctious and they play and they just knock, you know, coffee or beer or whatever over, and it spills into my books. Or they'll climb over me while I'm holding coffee and reading, and it just spills onto the book. But Sasha did go through a phase where she was eating them, and case in point, here's one that Sasha got her little jaws on. So, this is a really good book though, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I will probably replace it at some point, but yeah, that's what Sasha Fierce did to this. This is Sasha, Destroyer of Worlds. Hi Sasha. Would you like to talk about how you ate my book? No? You sure? Alright, that's fine then. Fact number 20, I did not read Harry Potter until I was grown. Still loved it, thought it was awesome, but for some reason when I was growing up I was always kind of opposed to reading it because I thought it sounded silly. And then I decided to give it a shot and fell in love with it. Which leads me to fact number 21, which is that the only bookish tattoo that I have is from Harry Potter. I have the Deathly Hallows tattooed on my sternum. Fact number 22, my favorite genres are sci-fi, horror, post-apocalyptic, dystopian. Fact number 23, I'm really picky about fantasy novels. I don't dislike fantasy as a genre. In fact, some of it I think is really awesome, but I am really particular about which fantasy novels I like and which ones I don't. Fact number 24, I don't do audiobooks. To me, listening to an audiobook does not count as reading. So, and I have no interest in sitting and listening to something for that long. I guess if you were driving for long distances, or if I was driving for long distances, maybe. But I'm not an auditory learner. I don't retain things well that way, so at least not as far as books go. Like, I remember conversations and stuff really well, but with audiobooks, I don't think that would work out too well for me. I think I would space out after a while. And I definitely don't think it counts as reading. Fact number 25. My TBR list kind of stresses me out a little bit. As of right now, I'm going to look at my Goodreads and see how many books I have on it. I have 90 books on my TBR list, and that stresses me out because I like to, like I said, I like closure, so I like to finish things. And so when I make a list, I like to check everything off the list and be done with it. There are 90 books on this motherfucker, so that's a little stressful. But that's okay. I think that TBR lists probably work a little bit differently than to-do lists, and so it's probably okay that I'm not going to clear it out before I add more shit to it. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Alright, so that is my 25 bookish facts about me tag. I'm not going to tag anyone specifically. If you want to do this video, do it. I would love to watch it. If you would like to leave me comments below, that would be awesome. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Sue and I are pretty awesome. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!